told you guys I would be back over here on this side with the cast. I am super excited to be running Morra again, excited to be with this amazing cast again. I might not give them back to Mitch, but that will be another thing. I think our plan is to just set the school on fire. So don't worry, guys, it's going to be fun. Before we reintroduce this amazing cast, I would like to give a shout out to our sponsors for this season. We have Christopher Gray, who wrote the You Could Catch on Mondays. Broken Dice Games, they just finished their finale over with the Nuwadan Chronicles. You could catch them with their backer kit. We have Black Void Games, who of course does Black Void Games on Wednesdays. After that, of course, we have Mighty Narwhal, who runs Morra. Spunchy Games that you could catch after this with Parslings, and then Evil Hat Productions, who will be premiering Tachyon Squadron this Saturday with Trooper again as the GM. After that, we will have next week Game Machinery with Defiant RPG, which will be premiering as well with a sort of new GM, Ian, that you guys may have seen with Honey Heist earlier on the season. Other than that, as always, we have our Twitter goals, our retweets. Every 20 retweets, the cast gets a boon. At 30, I believe they get a bane, which will be evil things. And then you can see it in chat. 40, we hand out another boon. And then 5 subs, of course, helps all. You could sort of unlock a special event. And as always, any donations help the cast. And yeah, but enough of me jabbering around. We are going to go ahead and talk to our wonderful cast, let them introduce themselves, where we can find them, what their favorite part has been so far this season, besides seeing my wonderful face again. And we will start down with Faye. That way. Yeah.
Hi, I am Faye. Almost Faye. I play Eris, and oh geez, favorite part so far. I'm torn. It's either between adopting Gritty or detention. In all honesty, the detention was pretty fun. Eris still wants to become a vampire. Burn down the school, become a vampire. Goals.
Perfect. All of your guys' goals will just make happen this session in the first 30 minutes. So, okay. So awesome. We're going to make Eris a vampire. Maybe go back to detention. Perfect.
Fuck yeah.
It's going to be great. What about you, Rocket?
Finding the mute button has been one of my favorite parts of this this whole thing. But yeah, I am Rocket Fox, and also your friendly Lilith and Kiva. Yeah, this has been an absolute joy and delight. I have to say that Discount Gritty in the maid's outfit that was rented out on keenshat.com, I think has been one of my favorite moments. But also the children that live under the bed and in the walls. That's really been one of my highlights as well. You can't really go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with under the bed and wall children. But I do have to say, just in my and also Spider Steve, I think is one of those things that I'm really has a webby place deep within. But I do think for myself, just this last time when Lilith did ask who apparently is Baba Yaga to the murder on her own, I think that was something I was really excited about. So that's been stuff that I've been excited for, and bringing about the total chaos is something that I'm looking forward to. And the total chaos just being all capitalized, the total chaos TM.
Perfect. It can't just be normal chaos. It has to be, again,
Oh no.
the chaos.
Oh no. It's
All capitals.
yeah. All capitals. Total. Registered
Oh.
trademark. All of that. Yes.
Okay.
So, and of course,
make sure we
seeing
do
your
that.
incredible face back again.
I know. I was like saying, I was so excited to be back with you guys. All right, so we need children's in the walls and under the bed.
Oh, they're
Spider
there.
Steve.
They're there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The whispers of the children. Speaking of children, vampires, fire. Okay, what about you, Am? What do you have for us?
Also finding the mute button. Hello, I am Am. I play Actia, who her cousins have affectionately started calling Tia. So now it just looks like I'm saying T when I type her name. I think, oh gosh, I've enjoyed the stream so much. Is it a cheat if I say that my favorite bit has been getting to know the wonderful cast? Is it a cheat? Am I allowed to say that?
The friends you've made along the way.
The friends I've made along the way. For real, this is my first stream, and I was super nervous. But now it just feels like I'm spending time with my friends each week, which I am. So yay! Especially because like when we started the stream, I graduated from undergraduate a couple of years ago, and it's just felt like I'm back in the house with all my old flatmates, and it's just the vibes are so pure. I love the girl chats that Lilith and Tia have. I love the as I repeatedly tell Faye, Eris and Tia remind me a lot of me and my younger brother's dynamic. So it's just the friends we made along the way, really. It's very good.
Perfect.
And the friends we
am
invite
so
to live in
excited.
our home.
The
Yes.
friends you force into your home. No, it's
War
all
crimes,
consensual.
Eris
They
has
come.
committed.
Eris, war crimes. What have you done since setting the forest on fire in that?
No, I've not set the forest on fire yet.
Oh, okay. No, just the imaginary forest.
Yeah, being the operative word.
I did send in a murderous Tickle Me Elmo to wipe out the squirrels and their queen, while making them believe that I'm on their side.
I do feel kind of like Sam packed us off for a weekend away at Dad's, and we've just come back completely chaotic.
Eris did make themselves a god at some point.
But are not a god currently?
No, they're a god.
They lied about being
currently
a god.
still,
They weren't actually a god. In philosophical theory, they're a god.
Well, it depends on who you ask. Like, if you ask the Tickle You Smelmos, they would say yes. They would answer that yes. Yes, these are gods. If you ask the RAs and the staff, they would say no.
Yeah.
But it's all about perspective, and we go with what the Tickle Me Smelmos say, because a lot of them have knives in their hands.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You did this.
I'm scared.
You left us unsupervised.
I abandoned you guys. I left you, and this is the price I pay. This is, cherry bombs and Tickle Me Elmos, and I mean, yeah, I guess I can't leave the cast alone again. So now we need to just pay it forward back to Mitch and see what kind of chaos we could cause for him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because yes. So why don't we just start? You guys are out of detention in the forest. You've just sort of come across this little grove, this clearing where you guys have met together. Eris, you always have some sort of flammable utility item in your hand. And the leaves are very dry. I believe it's nearing summer vacation for the end of the semester, right? So everything is highly flammable.
Eris would start rifling through their pockets, I know I've got accelerant in here somewhere.
I mean, I suppose a controlled burn wouldn't be too terrible. The plants have been growing out, and it does help the soil.
It does. So
Emphasis on controlled.
Controlled like the first day.
I cannot believe Keen's all wrapped up with these stupid murder plans. They would be so much help in this scenario.
I mean,
Now it's just up to me to
anything is
look after the both of you.
controlled. Really, so long as you don't die, that's control.
Yeah.
Lilith, do you want the
but-
critters to die?
Oh,
The critters
no.
won't die.
Exactly.
Only the ones that are ceaselessly causing a genocide of other critters.
Ceaseless
Survival
genocide sounds
of the
bad.
fittest, right?
Yeah.
I hate this family.
Lilith, what if I get
You
you more
love it.
critters?
I like critters anyway.
And Tia,
Mm-hmm.
how about I get you a cacti? Or 3.
If there's a cutting of every single species that you burn, then that is fine.
The greenhouse already has them. So before Mitch can stop me, Eris
What?
is going to throw
Do
Accelerant
it,
and set
do it.
set
Light
the
the
forest on
fire.
fire.
I've been here the whole time. Like, what is this?
I've been here the whole time.
Did you do something
It's-
different with your hair?
No, I mean, I conditioned it.
Are you a
So,
shapeshifter now?
yeah, it's that's really the difference. Conditioning changes you in so much ways. So make sure to moisturize and condition, and you too can change your face into whatever you would want.
Oh my god.
So why are you guys setting the forest on fire? What did the squirrels ever do?
You
to
left us
you?
unsupervised.
So many things.
Okay, if I supervise you, you do organ bees and God knows what else.
Unsupervised, lighting the world on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, that tracks. That
Some
that
people
doesn't
just want
track.
to watch the world burn. And I want to make
Namely
marshmallows
Eris.
while doing it.
Oh, can't argue with that logic. So you're setting the forest on fire.
Yeah.
Controlled
I want to burn the
please.
squirrels.
Which squirrels? Which faction of squirrels?
The land squirrels. I'm on the
Hmm.
side of the flying squirrels.
Have you met a flying squirrel yet?
No. I'm just causing chaos.
And
If I
how
met one of
about-
them, I'd also try and murder them too, so.
Yeah. And I assume Actia and Lilith are just cheerleading from the sidelines, or are they also engaging in this pyromania?
Tia is not engaging. Absolutely not.
Engaging is a strong word. Present. Seeing what is happening. And
stopping
jumping in
it.
if anything is worth it to Lilith.
So Lilith and
Does anything
Actia
help
are
here?
spectating the
Yeah,
annihilation
I'd
of the
say-
land squirrels.
Bystander.
As of right
is a
now.
good word.
Keen's not here to stop the war. This is just they brought in a magical being to turn the tide of the war. They just didn't work out which side they were going to turn it on. And to be fair, Eris just wants to
Mitch.
burn them all to the ground.
We didn't start the fire. Actia.
Oh no. Don't you say
Actia
it was
and
always
Lilith
burning.
didn't.
Yes, fuck.
Oh my gosh. Alright. I assume you're using magic to set the forest on fire?
I will be.
Alright, go ahead and roll it. What'd you get? Is it
That's either a
snake
crit
eyes?
success or crit fail face.
18.
Oh!
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Holy heck. Alright, cool.
Good lord.
So how does this happen, and what does this look like as this fire spreads? What color is it?
Can it be a rainbow? like the bar.
Of course.
It's Disco Inferno Rainbow Fire. So Eris is going to throw the accelerant and then like snap their fingers and start singing Disco Inferno as the fire starts to spread through the very dry leaves.
Yeah. So I feel like we're gonna do a so let's hop into the writer's room real quick because I definitely want this moment. I want to milk it for all it's worth. So here's what I propose. Right, we do a flashback scene, and you all each are playing a family member of a particular squirrel family, who later on that day be caught up in this destruction. And then once they've died, we can go back to your characters as you guys maniacally laugh. That's what I propose. I think that'd be
Yes,
really awesome for
absolutely.
the movie in general. All right, cool.
Oh, no.
So
I regret nothing.
what what are your
I would like
uh-huh
I would like to be a flying squirrel from the distance.
all right, cool. Oh,
I'd like to be an advisor to the head of the land squirrel, the queen of the land squirrels, trying to convince her to sign a treaty with the flying squirrels.
excellent. And what are you thinking, Almost Faye?
Babe, you're
You're
muted
muted.
again.
My brain got really, really dark, and finding that mute button is really easy, but finding the unmute button is really difficult.
Mhm.
I want to be a squirrel that runs a squirrel orphanage.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's
Squirrelphanage.
good. Yeah,
Squirrelphanage.
squirrelphanage.
That tracks.
To bring
Yeah.
to bring Lilith's squirrel into this, Lilith, did you want to do kind of a Romeo and Juliet thing with one of these two land squirrels? Like you are the flying squirrel who has a
Yeah.
vested interest in one of them.
I think so. And maybe even like it's is it like where this young male squirrel is like real invested, but like young and like maybe the top tier of like a squirrel that works at the orphanage, or maybe even is about to leave the orphanage, an orphan squirrelette. To really just
We're getting
just
into
get
the
in there.
Yeah, we're getting really into the
Yeah.
politics of the squirrels, which is not something I imagined
Yeah.
when I first read, but I'm here for it.
This squirrel is going to show this other squirrel the world, or was going to. Yes.
All right, excellent. So let's step back into our roles as actors and director. Get the furry suit on. We rented it from Halloween Spirit. So it's been hosed down at least, so it's fine. Just came back from a anime convention, so it should be good. And yeah, let's do some sexy squirrel stuff. What what Actia or Kursum, what is your squirrel's name? I think that's the first scene.
Oh my gosh, my brain is suddenly like flush with possibilities. Her name is U, but YEW after the tree.
Excellent. So, what does your squirrel household look like as we look into everyday life of this little squirrel?
It's like a very my squirrel is definitely a character from an Aaron Sorkin drama, right? It's like a very untidy young professional apartment. There's like the cameras following her. She's doing a walk and talk on the phone. She's the equivalent of like a presidential aide. She's like, no, listen, you have to listen. I think we can get this through. No, I know. Look, I got 5 hours of sleep. It's all I need. It's fine. And she like picks up files in her tiny squirrely arms and uses her tail to shut the door. She heads up the tree to the court.
Excellent. You come into the Council of Squirrels. It is a multi-party system, though still a constitutional monarchy. So really, the queen is more of a figurehead in the. There's no prime minister, though, no representation, a single representation of the representatives within this Congress. But they are all circled around the queen as she sits on an acorn in an acorn-like shape. As you come in, your secretary Philip approaches with several piles of papers in his hands, a little bow tie on his lapel as he looks over at you. Is like, yes, oh, it's such. I'm glad you're here. It's been a rightfully tough day of decorum and political debate and such like that. It just doesn't seem like the flying squirrels will have any sort of. I don't think they're going to retreat from this one. And honestly, the famine and hell, it just seems like our country is truly in a dire state.
It really is a tough spot, but I think... Oh, my accent's gone. I think we can get through this. You have notes on the treaty, and also, have you told the other 8 that you're secretly in love with them?
I thought about it. Honestly, I did.
You could die today, Philip. You should do it. You should do it now.
Think so?
What's the worst that could happen?
What gesture could I do that would make them fall in love or give me a chance? Maybe I should wait till next week. It just feels like this is such a difficult moment that we're in.
You should gather a nice pile of dry leaves for her nest.
I know exactly. There's a bunch of dried leaves on the edge of the tree line. Maybe I can take her over there, and we can... I like this. All right.
You could do it, Philip. I believe in you, kid.
Thanks. You've always been there to inspire me. I appreciate it. You've been like a parent to me in many ways.
That touches my heart. Now I need to go do the press briefing. Come on. I've just turned into Alice and Danny. That's what's happened.
Yeah. So of course you are led up to the podium. The flag of the Squirrel Nation, the land squirrels, behind you. There's a singular acorn microphone attached to the acorn podium, and you have different news stations and stuff like that kind of watching you and kind of waiting for your main speech.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and rustle the papers, sort of like deliver the news about the famine, the squirrels crossing the line, and say, but I can't release too much information about it yet, but I've heard we have a secret weapon. One of the big ones has decided to help us in exchange for Her Majesty's aid. Because that's what they still think's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to keep our eye out for the humans. If you see them doing any suspicious activity, you must remember they are our friends, and they will help the land squirrel empire continue.
Yeah, one person gets up. Excuse me, Acorn News Network, aka ANN. So this secret weapon, can you confirm the details by which this treaty was formed with this secret weapon, and how does it relate to an ethical treatment concerning wartime?
Well, one of the head of our army actually helped to negotiate the treaty. I gesture to the very sad squirrel who Eris had a chat with a couple episodes ago. He'll be able to provide you more with a private interview, but essentially it is an external contract. It's rather than leasing any power from this human, we are using them as a resource, much like an allyship with the sparrows that we garnered thousands of years ago.
Thank you. Another one stands up and raises his hand. Yeah, excuse me, NPR. I do want to know how long will our people be at war? And do you think we will be pulling back our troops within the short foreseeable future?
I think we will soon. You know, the annual big lights and noise that come from the strange stone building far away? I believe the plan is supposed to be executed on the big lights and big noise day, which is, I believe, only a 100 squirrel days away, only a few human days.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then finally, an individual raises their hand. Acorn News.
Didn't we just have you guys?
No, that was the Acorn News Network. This is Acorn News. Very different.
I apologize.
Yeah, opposite of the whole political line here, okay? I'm kind of upset that you compared us to A&N. Anyway,
I'm sorry,
Acorn
Squirrel
News. Acorn News, which stands as the pinnacle of truth within the news network, would like you to answer the following question. And this person looks at an individual piece of paper. Why did you wear the outfit that you are wearing now? And yeah, that's it.
I can't believe this. My mother brought me this. My dead mother brought me this outfit. And you insult me? You insult me in front of my colleagues and those who look up to me? How dare you, sir? I say, how dare you? And I slam the papers down and walk off the podium.
The squirrels all look at each other with hushed tones. And then we pan over to the orphanage, which is right next door to this democratic process of sorts. So yeah, what are you two up to?
My squirrel is sitting, holding a little baby squirrel, just rocking it to sleep. On a little rocking chair as well.
Yeah.
Just like...
One of the little youngin' squirrels goes to you and kind of tugs on your elbow. Hey, do you think we'll ever be adopted?
Oh, yes, my dear. If someday soon, I believe.
Really think so?
Oh, of course, there's plenty of families looking for little ones like you.
Okay. I
Now,
still have
don't you
hope
have-
for my dad coming back after he left for some acorns from the store.
Of course, little one. Would you like to help make some acorn pie?
Yeah, that would be nice. I like licking the spork.
Okay, I think that one of the others is in the kitchen just now making some acorn pie. If you go and join them, I'm sure they'll let you lick the spork.
Thank you. I'm glad that in the future, sometime I'll be able to have a daddy and a mommy.
Until then, you've still got us.
Yeah, my real family. So, Rocket Fox, what's your squirrely up to?
So, my squirrel's a scrappy young lad, with, just wearing a little bandolier, which is, it's kind of loose because, they've got those flappy business between the front paws and the back paws, which glider bits? I don't know what those are called.
Glider
Skin
bits,
flaps?
that's a technical term. Glider bits.
Yeah, yes. But his name is Pip Hazelnut, and so he's sitting nearby, well, nearish by, whichever is closest enough to be gazing upon the land squirrel township safely, but not as to be seen. And then when it gets dark enough to carefully and cautiously approach, he glides down into some brush and then sneaks over to a secret meeting spot that he has with a particular young lady squirrel.
Excellent.
This spot
There
would also
in-
be near the orphanage, just as a
Yeah, it's kind of in between the orphanage and the political headquarters of the government. Makes sense.
It's true.
And you see her there, sitting cross-legged on a acorn couch. Is this like a bar, or is this like a specific meeting place for you two?
I would imagine it's probably a specific meeting place for us two, just because, you know, there's still, even though this is kind of near the outskirts of the city, and like, you know, on occasion, like there might be some crossing of paths between some land squirrels and some flying squirrels. You know, I would never want to get my lady into trouble or anything like that. She's a delicate flower. She is an up and coming. She could make something of herself, you know.
Yeah.
She's a girl next door type.
And what does she call your hunk squirrel?
I'd say Pippi.
Hippie?
Pippi.
Hippie or
His
Pippi?
name's Pip.
Pippi. Okay. I was like, what?
He's also a little bit of hippie, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Free spirit. Yeah, it's whatever you can do.
Yeah, upon seeing you, her eyes light up the same way that it did when you first saw each other. Her wind-swept hair kind of moving past her eyes, her whittle nose kind of jiggling under the lights lit up through thinly veiled acorns as she runs to you and gently nuzzles your chest. Oh, Pippi.
And
I've missed you.
and he throws his arms around her. And I also imagine, for anyone who's seen the animated Sword and Stone and that one portion where they turn into squirrels, she looks like that little squirrel. The one who gets real heartbroken after. Yeah. What is her name? Should I pick her name? Do you want to pick her name?
I was thinking Persephone, but that was just
Oh,
me,
I like
guess.
that. No.
Yeah.
And he would use her entire name because he thinks it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Persephone, my darling. It is so good to see you. It has been so long. These hours that hold us apart feel like years.
Oh, Pippi. I long for you. Every night and day, it feels like I count the hours till next we can see each other. My heart seems to stay very still till yours is close.
I know, my darling. And then he kind of like pulls away and holds her at squirrel arm length and looks deep into her dark brown eyes. But we've talked about this before. There's only 3 more days. Only 3 days until you're free from the orphanage and we're going to leave this place. I've found a suitable tree for us where we don't have to live among the land squirrels or the flying squirrels. We can start our own family. And who knows, our children, they could be, I don't know, they could walk or fly. Who knows, but it won't really matter. It'll be our family.
I wish that more than anything. I long for you to kiss me in all the places where the ache is the most special. I think of you and I imagine our family and our kids frolicking around and enjoying a society where it doesn't matter if you can just walk or sometimes you fly or you have weird flabby skin in between your legs and your hands.
It's more of a glide, my love, but yes, I agree. But soon. And then we can climb up and down the trees. And, you know, like I told you about before, I've been practicing, and he's gonna straighten up real tall and, you know, strong looking. I've been practicing carrying lots of acorns, and I think I'm getting to the point where I can take you for a flight as well.
You'll carry me away from this place.
I will.
Oh, I wish it could be tonight. I feel as if some ill omen riding upon the horizon that would tear us away from each other, but I know that faith keeps my love strong in our belief that in the end there is a small amount of good in this world, and hopefully I pray that this small amount of good can bring us together.
Well, all those bad feelings, that's just the unfortunate hate. The unfortunate hate that spawns from hearts of those who don't understand what's different. But soon, if not 3 days, maybe 2. I'll go now. I'll go now and clear out the hole in the tree and make it ready for us.
Excellent. But for now, beautiful, dearest, graze on my lips, and if those hills be dry, stray lower where the pleasant fountains lie. And then we cut back to Eris, who... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Lilith.
Oh, he was just gonna say, my dearest Persephone, and then takes her in his arms, and slow motion music swells, dips and kisses her.
All right, and Eris sets fire to the place. We go to the squirrel aide who invited his love interest out to the dried leaves go up first in flames, burning in an instant. Then there goes the orphanage, and oh dear, there goes everything else, including their body of governance. And yeah, you hear screams, really just kind of like chippers, like, which translates to screams in squirrel. And one little squirrel holding another little squirrel in their arms, gazing up at you, Eris, as if cursing God for the unfortunate events which have transpired, and then dies from smoke inhalation.
Well, that was kind of anticlimactic.
I think Lilith is over by Actia, just probably a little bit further away, but Eris, what's going on over there?
Nothing interesting.
Oh, can we go? I'm
Look.
bored.
Yeah, can we go back? We need to start our training for the murder.
Training?
Big evil guy.
Why'd we have to train?
I don't know. I'm worried that you'll die. Is that allowed? Is that a reason that's allowed?
Isn't it supposed to be a dance?
We can die?
You guys, seriously, you guys have the memory of a goldfish. Remember, big evil going to murder everyone because I messed with dead magic, ringing Annie bells.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip that plot. Just if we ignore it.
I do.
I don't think I've been listening to you.
I mean, it's all right. You know, the hunter human boy said that he would help us out, so that's good. He's got a lot of anti-evil weapons and magic and such that I believe will prove useful. You know, why don't you guys should join one of our training sessions? They're really fun.
So what I'm hearing is Tia got a date.
It is a strictly professional relationship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna crash one of your date trainings. Date
Yeah, no.
Look, if I give you a sword, will you use it?
Yeah, I'll use a sword. I still have that gun from the vampire lady, though. and
Forgot about
Lilith's just
that.
gonna pull it out. She's just had it on her this entire time.
Yeah,
for some reason.
I forgot Lilith had just a gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and go.
Just
I'm gonna try and go back to detention. If I'm being honest, I'm bored.
I
Detention
mean, you
is
just
fun.
lit the forest on fire.
Yeah, but now I'm bored.
Well, that
I
should
wish
send you back to
we
detention.
not have
Surely somebody
took
doesn't
a day
want
off
that.
from you both.
You only get the day off when you're stricken down by plague, or if you're keen and you have a big hammer that you will like hit us with.
They're prepping
Yeah,
their murder proposal.
I don't want to.
Yeah, and none of us.
Look, it'll be
Sorry.
fine. Now, you need to learn how to use an axe. Come on. I grab Lilith's hand and frog march her off.
Actia,
Cool.
can I
I'm
feed
going
your
to
book again?
detention.
Sorry, Lilith, what did you say?
Actia, I want to feed your book again.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You know, it's
Yay!
probably been a moment or so since you've annoyed them into giving us more information. So why don't we do that? It will be a nice training session for, interrogation in unethical manners.
Wonderful. Ooh, I can bring the children along too. This will be good for them.
Absolutely.
They need to learn to make
Back
friends.
to the house.
All right, you guys are heading back to the dormitory, and Eris is trying to get detention again.
Yeah.
Well, you did burn down part of the forest, so you definitely, upon returning, have that red letter that says, "Yeah, detention," like for the squirrel burnings specifically. If you're curious.
That went quickly.
Eris, small favor?
Yeah.
Can you see if the sexy vampire lady would like to help us face a great evil?
Okay.
Thank you. Strength in numbers and all that. Have a good detention.
Wait.
Remind her she said I can be a vampire too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try. Why don't you come with me?
Well, I
I
can't do
mean-
two things at once.
We could
We
clone you.
could. Absolutely not.
Oh.
I'm not being in that situation again.
We literally have magic.
The last time I was looking at my face, it was because I was fighting an evil version of myself in some form of psychological torture that's supposed to resemble growth.
No,
Yeah, but
Actia,
this is
I
double
definitely-
Lilith.
I definitely wouldn't clone myself to do two experiences at one time. Actually, Lilith is going to turn to Eris. Eris, I'm going to clone myself so I can come with you too.
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured.
I'll meet you at the red door thing.
All right, don't go in without me.
I won't.
So apparently Lilith is just going to try and magic clones to be both places at once. This will not turn out poorly.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine. So go ahead and weave your spell.
He said the name of the channel.
Ah, you get it.
This will
Yeah.
go so well. All right, let's see. What can I use here today?
Why is this?
More importantly, can I use
Fox!
Anything
Fox, you have some boons that give you advantage.
do I? I forgot
Yeah,
about
you've got
those.
two.
Wait,
Yeah, you have two.
what are remind me of those? What
You get to
'cause I
reroll.
will- All right. You know what? Are they both for rerolls?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Don't have
Yeah.
any more now. Those have been used. All right. Okay. Got that. 14 and so here's what I'm proposing.
All right.
I got a 14 with that
Mhm.
roll, but I'm proposing that instead of Lilith actually cloning herself, what ends up happening is she is actually able to temporarily give Kiva her own form to be in, and that she's gonna show up and hang out with Eris, and that would give an extra 8 when I'm doing something with Kiva specifically.
Excellent. So I think it's perfect. Yeah, Kiva is going to go one way, and Lilith is going to go the other. Which one is going where? And do they look differently when they split? What does this look like? Yes.
They will. Yeah, Lilith is going to go with Actia. Kiva is going to go with Eris.
Oh, yeah.
Just because Kiva's old enough, maybe she's run into the vampire before. Like, who knows? She's been hither thither.
Yeah.
We'll see how this transpires.
So yeah, splitting up. Has anyone ever seen this before, or does this give pause to Actia or Eris in any way?
Well, so Lilith is going to go into her room, and she didn't mention to Actia she's doing this. So Eris is, I imagine, already gone. So what's going to happen is Lilith is just going to show up where Actia is, and then Kiva's just going to show up where Eris is.
Excellent. So first we will do Actia and Lilith. So where are you two headed off to?
I think I'm probably going to take Lilith to the bit in the woods that's sort of like on the border with where we would go into the mortal world, where into like a little clearing where we've been doing some training. I think like incredibly specific, but the back of the magic shop in the later seasons of Buffy is like what I'm specifically imagining. With just like a bunch of weapons just like lined up out of a roll mat. Maybe some like yoga mats or like wrestling mats for training. Just a stack of books in the corner and some snacks. I don't know if it feels weird referring to him just as Van, but also as Van Helsing is very formal. But I don't know if he's told his mentor and she's there as well. Or if we're just chilling. A couple of like half dead training dummies.
Yeah, let's say that Van H, which is a nice in between maybe, or V Hell, one of the two, is bench pressing some weights, shirt off in like these sweatpants, huh?
How many weights is he bench pressing?
Oh, he is doing not much, for like 45 on each side.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Respectable. Yeah, you're like game respects game, and then you see his mentor kind of doing some curls with a 45. It's kind of like you see her in like this sleeveless like hoodie, kind of looking at you with kind of her silver piercing eyes as she's like doing these curls. You can kind of see the muscles kind of flex as she does. She doesn't wave back though. She's just like.
I go up and drop some books from the library at her feet and be like, "Here you go. We're not supposed to technically take them out, but I'm a bit of a rules breaker, bit of a bad girl. So I thought that you'd find these useful."
She's a real rebel.
Yeah, Breakfast Club, and all that. But I figured that you would find these useful in any research that you're able to corroborate with your own texts. I kind of look at Van and then back to his mentor, and I'm kind of like, "So, about my cousin Lilith, what are we doing today?"
Well, it's sort of a free study type of day. So, what do you think would most profit you in your education?
Well, I do really, really enjoy hitting stuff with sharp things, and I'm not very good at it. So, Lilith, yes?
I want to feed the book first.
Oh, yes, of course. She's going to go interrogate the evil spirit, and I get the other book, which I've I bound it with like Scotch tape and put a little sleep mask on its eyes to blindfold it.
Yeah. It's like
Kind of like, yeah. Shut up, and hand it to Lilith.
Dude, as soon
and
as
then
Lilith has it, she's not even gonna go anywhere. She's gonna like plop down right where she is and like set the book down and like take the sleep mask off. And just like with her face just right there, be like, "Hello."
I kind of nudge
what I
Van's
have for
mentor.
you.
I'm like, she's insane. This is very good. You're gonna be impressed.
Guess what I have? Hey buddy, hey buddy. She just starts poking it. Hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Yeah, I see you looking at me. No. So I remember what you said about being lactose intolerant. So today I brought for you. And so she opens this bag, just sets it down next there. Let's see, we have some tasty M&Ms, and she just here now. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. She just like sticks a finger in the mouth and just like kind of just boop, sticks one in there. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, you like M&Ms. And this one has a peanut inside. Yummy.
This is the strangest torture scene ever.
She just like crams like a whole handful of peanut M&Ms into the mouth of this book. And then she starts just like, and so I imagine the book's cheeks are puffed up with these M&Ms. She starts like smooshing both cheeks to like help crunch them up a little bit. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, it kind of holds up a white flag, like.
Ooh, it's never done that before. Good job. Right, can I put him
Yes?
away, or do you have anything you want to ask Rosie?
So, first of all, what things do you not love the most, other than peanut M&Ms?
I'd take off the tape.
Oh God, thank you. Ah, yes, my lips. You would be one.
Okay, thank you. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right. Well, I guess I'll be off now.
How do you feel about aphids?
No strong opinion. Why?
I don't know. They always seem to get into all the plants that I try planting, and they're impossible to get rid of. I just thought since you appeared on a rose, you'd have an opinion on them.
Whilst they're having this conversation, I'm just gonna be sprinkling a little circle of salt around the book.
All right, pulling it in.
Do you like square dancing?
Rectangular dancing, preferably.
Oh, that makes sense, though. That makes sense. What kind of dancing do all of you old-timey ancients do?
Twerking. Or the waltz.
Waltz twerking. I would be interested to see that. Just in Lilith's mind, it's a lot. Like, people with the big wigs, big dresses, just like waltzing, waltz twerking. It's a lot. It's a lot to behold.
Well, if you turn to page 56 and read aloud the incantation, I can show you how to dance.
Lilith, trap. Don't do it.
I know. That may be later, because I am very curious about this. Let me ask you one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lot of buddies?
I used to.
You used to? What happened to them?
They all died out or they got busy.
Busy? That's rude. That's rude, Rosie.
No one's too busy for their friends.
That's true.
Yes, they are.
Do you want... Rosie, do you want help seeking vengeance on all of your busy friends?
I think I'm quite content with seeking vengeance against humanity.
What about these
Kind of
busy
covers
friends?
it.
They may have been the ones who really hurt you, and we could cut them. I have a gun.
But then they'd still be something. I want to return to the time of nothing. In order for that to happen, I need to continue on my path.
Well, you know, we all have plans, and sometimes to really reach the place that makes us happy, those plans have to evolve. And she pats the book.
Okay, before we continue you on your path to nothing, which is the sensory deprivation environment I've created in the bottom of my desk drawer, is there anything you want? Food? A little bit of water? I'm not giving you
Oh,
blood.
I do
like,
also have this granola bar.
No.
And she's just going to start
No.
crumbling the granola bar onto the top of the book. It's one of the real crumbly ones.
No, I don't like it.
And then
Rosie,
she
I
pours a
keep
little
telling you,
orange juice
we're
on
very
top of it.
nice.
No, just flesh, blood, nothing of this organic nut crap.
You know,
No,
if you
you're
try to
right,
fuck
it's-
me and ask for things to help your ascension, I'm just not going to be nice. So we're going to put you back. We're going to put you back in the drawer now, okay?
Okay, for how long?
Oh, I don't know. Until you become useful to us, I guess. Unless I kind of hold out Rosie to Van and his mentor, and I'm like, either of you guys want to ask Rosie anything?
The mentor doesn't respond. Van is like, not that I can think of.
Okay, well, until Van has a coherent thought, we'll bring you back out then. And I bind
Wait,
Rosie up
any
again.
coherent thought?
I was just making a joke. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
And put it back into the thing.
Yeah, it's like, what? Coherent thought?
Here. Let me just put this bag over here. Lilith is like, I'll just take this and set this over here.
No, I am not leaving that unattended. It's going in my backpack, which is staying on my back.
Oh, here, let me help you get that on then. Let's just,
I've played with too many sneaky GMs.
I'm not sneaky.
Um,
Look at this hair. This hair's not sneaky.
Right. Swords or axes? Ooh, let's show Lilith what we've been working on. Let's duel. And I'm gonna, like, grab a sword, that anime sword that's far too big for me. Kind of, like, stumble over and try and pick it up again.
You're fighting Van?
Yeah.
Van, excellent. He will get up with a gun, with a dagger attached to it.
Oh, like a harpoon deal?
Yeah, kind of.
Cool, yeah, let's sword fight. Or fight. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Roll for it. Let's see who does beat whose ass in this endeavor.
I'm gonna be real bad at this. Am I allowed to cheat and use my kinetic magic?
Of course, if you want to cheat. I'm gonna stop you
Absolutely.
from it.
I have created the most competitive woman alive. Of course I'm cheating. Okay. 13.
All right. So fighting, it's very tough, but you do get the upper hand by the end of it. Though it seems like he could still go on for quite some time. Did that actually happen?
Yes, it did. I'm getting better. You need to watch your back. Something can get you.
Apparently. Well, the great hunt is coming up.
What's that?
Did you get... Oh, it's just when it's a purging of witches and wizards.
Oh, gross.
You have a dance, a date to the dance, right?
I mean,
it's you!
I thought it much. Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, I meant like, are we going as friends, or is it more than that, or is Lilith okay?
Ooh.
I'm fine.
I'm feeling really. Personally, I'm having really awkward having this conversation around my cousin and the equivalent of your parent and mentor. But I mean,
say no more. You, what is the mentor? Does the mentor have a name? Scary lady. And Lilith is just gonna like stand there, pause for like 10 seconds, and then just like hook her arm and just like with this huge wide eyes and just be like, we're walking in this direction now, and just like start marching away with her far enough away to where it seems like this might have some semblance of privacy.
So I need you to make a defense check.
And Lilith died.
Doing what she loves.
That's how Lilith died. All right. Wait, where am I? I got a 10. Or a 12. I got a 12.
Okay. So the moment you hook hands with this woman, you find yourself on your back with her straddling you.
Don't hurt me.
The knife kind of pressed against your ear.
Let me propose that we just step over there for like 30 seconds, just so these young tender folk can have a conversation. I won't even stand near you. I'll stand, at least arm's distance away. 5 arm distances. You're so
As
scary.
long as you promise not to touch me again, I think this might be doable.
Yeah, no, that was my mistake.
It's okay.
You look so touchable.
It's the last things most witches touch before their demise.
Well, your skin looks so soft. Do you use a moisturizer?
I do. Witch's
What
blood.
kind? Oh, that's nice. That's fantastic. So Lilith is just gonna like scooch up and then just kind of like wiggle out from like,
Yeah,
just kind of, like,
she'll follow
step
you
away.
outside. Leaving Actia in very hell. Oh, I lost my light.
Yeah, I mean, oh no. I'm
mysterious.
not lame. Let's just see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna put extra effort in to look both very murdery and very cute. So,
Combination you do well. But
Oh,
like
thank you.
physically, are you attracted to this? As he kind of motions to his body.
Oh, that's a big question. Here's the thing about me, is I kind of get more into a person, the more I get to know them. It's not like, anytime I see a hot person, I'm like, oh yeah, great. It's more kind of a case by case basis, if you will. But I do think that you're nice to look at.
All right. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to figure out where this was going, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of conflicting things in my head. Prominently is that you are technically my sworn enemy, and my whole reason for being
Labels.
is hunting and killing you. But yeah, I guess labels.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, I want to
you wanna-
reiterate that all the other witches hate us, like, so bad.
Does that make you more huntable or less huntable? I guess is the real question.
I like to think it makes me an enemy of an enemy is my friend type situation.
Fair. So you would help me in killing other witches?
I mean, it depends which ones. There are these girls, they're called the Cop Squad. They're so annoying. We could definitely murder them.
Oh. Do you kill people just because they annoy you?
No, but you kill people just because of their genetics, which I think is worse.
That's fair. I guess I never thought of it like that. For me, it's murdering people who have power that's not quite quantifiable, nor does it have much oversight.
That's fair. I'd go for the government reform path personally, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the government will acknowledge the existence of witches, so
Oh
don't
no, I
know
meant
what-
like our personal in charge people. Like there's
oh,
we have detention. Like we get held accountable when we do bad things.
all right. Yeah, I'd like to look into these things because I would definitely be interested in checking that out.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't know. So I want to match. What color outfit are you going for?
Ooh, so I have a like a navy dress with like pink flowers and a pink cardigan situation.
Excellent. All right, then I will wear in kind. It'll be nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We could say you're a transfer student.
That'd be funny. All
Yeah.
right then, Actia. I guess I'll see you in a couple days.
See you then.
And yeah, we'll hop on over to Kiva and Eris.
Serving detention.
And I'm gonna fix my light real quick.
Don't want to play in the dark. What?
Oh my
That's the
god,
case.
I'm in the dark. Darky darky.
So I imagine Eris standing there. Where is, out of curiosity, where be Eris standing near detention land?
Eris would be waiting on like our side of detention land for Lilith to appear.
All right.
Like-
So
Before
Wait.
they've not gone through the door yet.
You guys going to detention?
Yeah.
all right. So oh, I caught my wig in my necklace.
Oh no!
I'm in a trap of my own design. Someone help me. Okay, here we go. All right, so someone shows up that looks strikingly like Lilith, except a little bit different, and but was wearing the same outfit that Lilith was wearing, but moments ago. Yeah, but looks the same but different. But then shows up and just kind of walks over.
You're like good like this, Kiva. You should get Lilith to do the hair thing.
What?
Your hair is different.
Ugh. Listen, I have no control over that. I was watching my judge shows, I was hanging out, I was having a nice, peaceful afternoon, and then all of a sudden, I'm here. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
we're
What are
gonna
we
go
doing?
and say hi to a vampire. If you
Ah,
want to.
yes. Yes, I remember this. Well, might as well. The verdicts always end up the same anyway. Mm.
I got detention again for this sole purpose.
Oh, what did you do this time?
I burned down part of the forest. Squirrels were getting on my nerves.
That's exciting. I remember burning down the forest as well. Those were good days. Did you kill anyone?
A bunch of squirrels, I think.
Oh.
They tried to hire
Yeah.
me to be the turning point in a war, and I decided that it was kind of wrong for them to be getting outside sources in, without paying them well. I mean, they gave me some of the queen squirrel's hairs, but I mean that's not a very good payment.
Hmm. Do you still have
So-
those by chance? Those hairs?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, thank
I
you.
might need. I'll keep one because I might be turning a bunch of people into squirrels just to fuck with people.
Yeah, no, of course. Here, I'll just take a couple.
Yeah.
And she'll just. Well, let's do this. Let's see what this has in store for us today. Got brought
Yeah.
along here for some reason anyway, so.
I think Lilith wanted to come, but she also wanted to go to training with a witch hunter.
Ugh. I don't know why she'd
I
want to
mean,
do that, but.
I feel like you and I are are exactly the two kind of people that witch hunter will want to murder anyway.
I've never had a good experience with a witch hunter. They're always trouble, in my opinion.
What makes them so, like, into us? Do you know?
It's obsession. They have a huge crush.
I thought that. Probably not
Yeah,
great that
yeah.
Tia's trying to get with one of them.
Well, I mean, you know, you can get with a lot of things. Sky's the limit, really, when you think about it, but...
True. If anybody hurts Tia, he'll die slowly and painfully.
Well, yes, clearly. But... Hold on. Has this witch hunter done anything to her yet?
Not that I know of. She's still kind of in that lovey-dovey phase, so...
Oh. Oh, yes. That.
And it's very uncomfortable to sit around. No, not in the mood for that.
Ugh.
I'd rather brush Grady's hair.
Yes. Yes. Well, that all being the case, you know,
I
the
may
thing that
come out
witch
of this
hunters
a
all have
vampire.
in common. Well, the thing that witch hunters all have in common is that they're human.
Yeah, they're boring.
Well, they're delicate. They're easy to crush.
Very true. So let's head through this big red ominous door.
Bum, bum,
Yeah,
bum.
might as well. We're here after all.
I feel like the school needs to do some rebranding when it comes to detention and everything, but you know, what would we know?
I never
What
got
sort
involved
of
in this business.
rebranding? Yeah, what the- all right,
fun
so
hidden
going.
detention.
Yeah, you guys go through the door and you see the castle before you. It's nighttime. A little bit of rain falling from the sky. Mud every now and then. You're back.
Well,
Raining.
yeah, it seems to like constantly be this kind of murky, rainy Scottish place.
Ugh. You know, there's a reason why I took up with living in someone else's body. I don't like touching this sort of thing.
Your gig sounds pretty fun, to be honest. But also
It's
being a
not
vampire
bad.
sounds
It's a living.
We all have choices to make.
It has its drawbacks, as anything, but...
And let's hope that this detention's just as interesting as the last one. Made us go through, like, psychological shit last time. It was funny.
I vaguely remember that. Imagine, just make our way to the castle and just head in, huh?
Yeah, knock
Yeah,
on
might
the
as
door.
well let yourselves in. Yeah, the door opens up and an individual with a scar over his face looks at you. Just like, the mistress has been waiting. Come in.
Cool. Still need to talk to her about some business ideas. But that's for future. I got detention again. Also, I think we have to ask the vampire lady to come to the murder because of something to do with world-ending darkness trying to kill everything. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you know, that does sound familiar. Yes, yes. But can't she only come if she has a date of some kind? Or if she is
I mean-
a date, it's some sort of school function.
I wasn't planning on taking anybody, but if I'm going to take MD, I'll take a hot vampire lady.
Well, might as well try.
Yeah.
That's your
Only
cards.
if she consents, obviously.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think anyone can get her to do anything otherwise.
No. definitely not.
So this individual takes you to a black. It's almost like a bathhouse with like black and green like tiles, almost like marble. There is a small, like half a centimeter film of water, which almost has a red tint to it in this whole place. But you can kind of avoid it by stepping on little stones. Tulips are floating over the water, and there's a dead person kind of ripped in half with the spinal column hanging from the ceiling just over in the corner. And then there she is, as big as you remember. Little toesy woesies painted black sticking out of the tub, but wearing a very wide brim hat, gazing at you.
Eris does a little flick of the wrist to make. I remember that she had a little ducky. To make the ducky go around in circles and then have another smaller ducky form behind it. And like just as it goes round in a circle each time, an extra little like baby duck appears.
Need duckies.
Need duckies.
No, she nods. Well. And she's like leaning back. So, you're back. You didn't learn your lesson last time you were here? I have to educate you once again.
Well, this is more to do with me burning down part of a forest because squirrels pissed me off. It's a whole thing.
Well, for what it's worth, the squirrels, it sounds, were up to no good.
Yeah, they were trying to get outside sources in to end a war when they were just committing genocide against another type of squirrel. It was a weird time. So I wanted to teach them a lesson, and I did, with fire.
Well, it is against
Apparently.
school rules. I don't care either way, but I am paid, contracted to provide detention services. And so that's why you're here.
I also have two quite quick questions. Apparently there's some big evil you know the school dance that's coming up soon? Apparently there's this big evil thing trying to kill us all.
And you would, want me to go to this dance and do what?
I have no idea. My cousins asked me to ask you to come, partially because of this. And also, I'm not exactly trusting the people that they're bringing. They're thinking it's a great idea to bring a witch hunter.
Ah, witch hunter. Can't join him? Fuck him. That's what I've been doing.
That seems about right. And also, Kiva is kind of lingering over by the body that's hanging over, I guess kind of to the corner, is it? And and she's gonna look at the vampire lady and be like, you know, I must say, I love the decor you have going on here. Do you mind? And she points at the body. Do you mind?
Go ahead, please.
And then, because this is straight Kiva right now, so she's just gonna reach up, grab something, to start eating it.
This
is Kiva.
Pleasure.
So not like the one before.
No, slightly different.
How so?
Another soul.
Pardon. and she's gonna come forward and be like, I feel like we may have crossed paths before. You probably won't recognize me in this form, but yes, Kiva the Puka at your service. Normally, I have a much more dark, furry, long-eared appearance. But I like having opposable thumbs. It's handy.
Eris would make an illusion of Kiva's normal bunny form just next to her.
Yeah. So.
And then Kiva's actually gonna
funny.
do like a little thing that is actually, and Eris I don't think will have seen this before, but Kiva's gonna do a little thing that alters the illusion and makes it like, so it extends it to where the limbs grow much longer, the form grows longer and a little more grotesque, the ears are longer, there's like more teeth coming out and things like, so Kiva's actual form is much more like elongated and thin, and like the hair is like coming up and like red eyes and all this. A little more like this.
And you ate flesh. Why? Did you eat flesh when you were that?
Well, it's delicious. Besides, I'm not a human. And then
Did
she
Lilith
kind of like
provide you
does a
flesh
thing
to
and-
eat?
Lilith does not eat flesh within her own body. That would be gross, she says.
Fair. Well, okay then.
Technically,
Good to
this is
meet
not
you.
Lilith's body, though, so I can do whatever I please. Huh.
My other request is simply, can you turn me into a vampire so that I can fuck more shit up?
You're asking me to turn you into an immortal undead in the effort of you creating more chaos for the world?
Yeah. And obviously, myself and Lilith would still keep up our end of helping you branch out into new versions of torture and all that fun shit that we were discussing last time.
Is Eris willing to be one today? Ready for it?
Yeah. Could be useful, especially if something is trying to murder us all. I don't understand what they're doing. I've not been paying attention.
Well, if you would like, Eris, there is a room next door. You can go in there, get dressed, or be in whatever clothes you'd prefer, and we will meet in the balcony in about 30 minutes. Prepare yourself.
Awesome. And Eris would go into the other room and get ready.
And Kiva is going to stay in the main bathroom. Bathroom? It's a giant bath and a room, so. And then turn to our amazing giant statuesque vampire lady and be like, so, you're not going to tell her about any of the contracting on that or anything?
No. It's best she figured that out on the way.
Yes. Well, it takes them a while to learn anyway.
You are very
And then she
wise
just kind
for
of
a
like-
bunny.
Well, you know, it's been... Oh, my. I'm still a little on the younger side, I admit, but it's been about 635 years this year, I think. But we're learning more every day. That's what keeps us going now, isn't it? I will tell you, though, this ancient evil of sorts, well, it's not looking too friendly. Lilith fed it cheese.
Yeah, there's always something that wants to rear its ugly head. I would focus on the dance. It's, like I said, always something.
It is, but what more place to have chaos? A whole bunch of young, inexperienced magic users just waiting to shoot off at any moment? Ugh, imagine what could happen.
Beautiful chaos with the Ancient One.
You should come
I
along,
would
it
love.
be fun.
I'll go. I just will not participate. I will be watching and maybe feeding as I wish.
I think that would be wonderful, even just to observe.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And it shall be so. Did you have anything else for me?
Let me think. Well, we have the dance coming up. There is the evil book. There is the witch hunters. There are all of the players in place. I think those are the main things I can think of.
All right, then. Well, if that's the case, why don't you get dressed as well, and we'll get ready for the ceremony. I feel like everyone should be involved, though. I'm sad the young, proper druid of sorts, that delicate flesh, that innocent heart, I'm sad that they're not here.
It's true. I wonder if we could... Maybe we could try summoning them, I don't know. I mean, my magic's not really that sort of a thing, but...
All right, then.
And Key
Let's
will
go
just
with
kind of
the
stroll
premise.
out and go for wherever the dressing stuff is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like next door. So for Lilith and Eris, what do you guys dress up in? You pretty much have everything.
Everything.
Anything that you could ever want.
Eris would probably be wearing like all black, like black skinny jeans, and then you know the sort of jackets that it's like the black leather jacket that it's like shorter at the front, long at the back, kind of looks like a dress, but it's also like corseted and that sort of thing. The inspiration I'm getting this from is the Mad Hatter's costume from Wonderland, the musical.
I've seen that.
It's like gothic.
That is amazing, and I love it. Just as a heads up. I had to Google it.
Hatter the
But I love it
musical.
so.
Excellent. And how about Kiva? Also, that is
Kiva
a really
will
cool
be
dress.
in actually very like loose flowing kind of like a black not really almost like old Grecian style, where it's like sheet-esque. It's been so long since I've been in costume class, but like kind of the loose, just flowing thing that's tied around the middle with like gold ropey bits that tie around a few times, but otherwise hanging just very loose and flowy.
Excellent. So you guys come into this this circular room in the entrance of it, and everything is just fluffy and satin. If you kind of imagine Dracula, where Keanu Reeves is laying on the bed, and like this just satin of piles of pillows and like comforters and all that stuff. It's like that, but it's all like satin and knit, like knitlery. We'll see, you know, the knitty things that, but like for like
I think
a
knitty
blanket.
things is on point.
The knitlery.
The knittedest
So,
of the
yeah.
knitleries.
No one's here though, as you guys kind of hop in and bounce around.
Well, this is a lovely room.
Kiva, what's usually included in this sort of thing?
Well, I've never been a vampire.
Yeah, but you deal with contracts all the time.
I do. In fact, I was very thorough with Lilith on our contract. I made her read it very closely because if you miss out on any of the fine print, but you know, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll make sure to read the contract first.
Listen, if this is something you really want, I'm sure it will work itself out. That's how these things go.
Excellent. So wherever Actia is, she feels a tug as well, actually, let's go over to Actia and Lilith, because you guys are there, enjoying yourself and such. Yeah, quickly, so we know the difference. And then, kind of out of the ground, comes 1,000 scantily clad vampires of various design, reaching out from the earth and grasping your legs and pulling you down, but then like carrying you very like lovingly and very carefully down into the hellfire below.
Oh, this is surprising.
It's
I wasn't ready for this.
how these guys gave us weapons. Hey guys, how did you get that union business sorted out with the rent?
One of the vampires kind of like he's laying beside you as like if you remember Labyrinth, where they're just kind of like carrying people down with those hands, you're pretty much like that, going down and down.
I do remember that.
So he's just like laying down next to you guys, like, yeah. So the thing about vampires is there's actually no unions. So we discovered that earlier on in trying to form one.
Is that a rule?
This like. I don't think it's a rule. It's more so it just wasn't really a thing when most vampires were alive. And then now that it's kind of we're thinking about it, unions are being attacked by various corporations and such. So they generally have a very negative viewpoint in this political climate, which is hard for us to kind of gather if people are really getting their facts from like different the same places. So it's just been a whole thing, but I'm glad you guys taught me about it.
Well, it's really important to do what benefits you, regardless of what other people think.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who I'm more in love with, you or the other one.
What? Lilith kind of looks over at Actia. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry,
I
sweetheart.
must have mistaken you for someone who
fine.
vaguely looks like you, but is, I guess, more fiery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing at all like that. And Lilith kind of like looks over and then is just like straight up directly staring at Actia. Because I never would have split myself into two different beings or anything and given another clone body that Kiva is into right now, hanging out with Eris in the vampire lady's house. That's not something I would have done.
It was quite a long explanation about the things that you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just have
Same
to make
shit as
sure everyone's
always.
on board.
Yeah, so I don't know. I imagine like one of you is like Jason Voorhees and the other is like Freddy Krueger. I think you're more like Jason. And if you did have another, hypothetically, yeah, that would be probably more Freddy Krueger.
Well, I think, realistically, I would like to think of myself more of maybe like, I
One of the
like to
Lindsay
think of
Lohan twins?
Well,
You know,
Oh,
in the
yeah, what was
parody
that?
movie?
Yeah, Parent Trap, right?
yeah, kind of like
That was called,
Parent Trap. If one, well, if they both were murdery, but one was a little more murdery than the other one and had a taste for human flesh.
How did that happen,
Yeah.
the human flesh thing?
Well, that's apparently just what they do.
Just eat human flesh? There's no rhyme or reason?
A lot of things do, like lions and bears, and, well, you know, when there's no other prey available.
Plants when
Yeah.
our bodies are dead in the
Werewolves,
ground.
Like all the time.
Uh-huh.
Plants thrive off human flesh.
That's true.
Yeah, you kind of
That's true.
you kind of wonder if that's the only benefit or purpose for humanity, despite its unwillingness to cooperate with nature. But it's an inevitability that their corpses will then provide life for things.
Life is a complicated cycle.
Life
It is.
finds a way.
That's fair, Dropper. And with that, let's bring in the other two. Yeah.
Here, wait, I got
Fox
this.
is just
I got
going to
this.
repeatedly be taking her hat on and off, like some kind of old-timey dancer.
real quick.
How are you gonna do this one?
Oh, you know, this will work itself out. Here, wait. One side on, one side off. Boom.
The most bisexual of haircuts.
Don't have this. Oh god, it's out of my earring.
Oh
This
no!
wind hates me. Once again.
I know,
attack
that's
my
the
own
second
design.
time.
The
We're
attack
just
of
doing
the
this.
wig. The wig wants
Yeah.
to grab. All right.
We're just doing this so I can see this amazing costume change. All right, now back to the other one. So yeah, you all show up, kind of blossoming from the satin sheets, and you see a version that looks like Lilith and Eris.
Oh wow, this is weird. And Lilith is going to turn to Actia. Actia, I have a confession.
Sweetheart, don't worry about it. I think I know.
Hi,
Hey, Bunny.
Actia. And even though Kiva's wearing like the flowy dress now, there's still like is that blood on her face?
It ain't Kool-Aid.
It's not
You two
blood,
burned any
let's
more
just say
houses
that.
down yet?
Not houses. You participated.
I was a bystander.
You didn't stop me. That's just as bad.
Hey, Keen wasn't here. I am not responsible for you.
Keen isn't responsible for me. We established this last time that neither you or Keen are responsible for what we do.
God help the world.
I feel like you need to go back into detention.
Why exactly? You, as lovely as it is to see Lady Anne Marie again, just a little curtsy in her direction. Why exactly are we here?
I'm gonna become a vampire.
Oh, for real? For real?
Oh,
I think so.
is that why you're so
You
dressed
do-
up?
Yeah, just need to read a contract first.
Fair enough. Would you like me to read it too?
Sure.
I will give it a
Iris would
read.
look to Lady Emery. Is there any chance that I could... 2 seconds. Listen, sorry.
Aww.
Consume tight.
Is there any chance I could quickly read the contract?
You're asking to the empty room.
Don't put it past her to still be listening.
Yeah, she is. So out from the satin sheets comes the many scantily clad vampires with a contract that is starting to be moved over to you, dear Eris.
Thank you.
Now this is my kind of bed. Kiva's just gonna start like kind of looking through the sheets and everything to see like what all is inside of there.
Yeah, imagine going to like one of those mattress factories, and they have all of the beds instead of like naked. They are each well kind of made up with satin sheets and like as you're trying to get comfortable and shuffling around, you just find random scantily clad vampires, and you just kind of toss it to the side, and then the further down you go, there's like another one. It's like out of the way, and it's like it's kind of like it's almost like finding people in a ball pen. You move around, you're like, oh look, a face, and it's a scantily clad vampire.
Kiva's gonna be like, don't wait up for me, and then just like dive into the bed.
Just Kiva's like.
And just start like swimming around in the sheets.
Mm-hmm. Swimming in the sheets.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun. I don't think you can eat well, you know what? She probably knows what she can eat and not eat. Yeah. It's probably fine.
Probably.
Oh, what's it say?
So looking through it, it is a general kind of a commitment to the company that is this establishment under kind of the Morgan Corporation. You basically become an employee, provided benefits that include immortality, the thirst for blood, no dental though, but you are expected to work about 30 hours a week, paid time off. There is a 401k though, as well as the longer you are involved, the more equity you own in the business itself. Every 10 years provides you an additional 0.05% equity. So, yeah.
It's sad when becoming a vampire is a better deal than most jobs nowadays.
Yeah, I was gonna say 30 hours plus 401k. Dang. All right.
I know you were reading, like going through it. It's like I see no downsides. Eris would make sure to read the small print as well, to make sure that they keep their own autonomy and everything.
Yeah, it's like will burst into flames if steps out in the sun. Wear sunscreen in large amounts, or don't be such a scaredy cat. Other than that, the small print just kind of concerns excessive use of the creamer in the coffee break room. Like there are severe penalties for like using the last drop of creamer and not telling anyone, or getting another creamer from the fridge. Yeah, the punishment is like diablerie, so they'll eat your soul and join you, or have you join the Legion of Vampires. But other than that, it seems pretty chill. Yeah, they are through a local bank, so I wouldn't expect any financial assistance if you're traveling internationally, unless you speak with your local bank prior to that happening. But yeah. There's even a financial
Eris?
advisor that comes with the whole contract too,
Ooh.
so someone to talk to.
Eris would quite
That's
happily
pretty
sign it.
nice.
In blood. Because I feel like that's probably the way they want it signed.
Yeah, you
seems
start
important.
doing it in blood, and someone pulls out a pen. Like it's not actually sanitary, so if you want to just use a pen, that's kind of better for our record keeping.
Okay. Eris would finish signing it in blood and just change the blood to ink. Magically.
Boop.
Like,
Like, excellent. Okay, that's good.
you're welcome.
That'll do.
Wow.
So yeah, someone pops out of the satin sheets, and it's like, all right, you're like a vampire now. The effects will happen within a 12-hour period. If the process of becoming a vampire persists more than 20 hours, please consult a physician. You might feel lightheaded, hot flashes, a gigantic thirst in general for everything. But yeah.
Perfect.
Do you have
Thank
any
you so
questions for
much.
me? Yeah, no problem.
No. I think the only question I have is for the lady of the manor. Do I still have to go to detention?
No, vampires don't go to detention.
Cool.
Yeah, same for
So, like,
prison
the-
too. We can't go to prison. Yes, the one with the lovely hat.
Oh yes. So everything I've seen in movies and writings and books and such, where the vampire turning happens by getting bit by the important vampire, that it doesn't happen that way.
No, that's kind of a thirsty person's dream. Like they saw a vampire. I mean, most of the legends are based on people seeing our grand vampires, and they were hoping they would be stepped on or bitten. But really, you just have to sign the contract. Yeah, I mean, because saliva. I mean, if we're talking about the process of changing someone into a species, if it's transferred via saliva, it doesn't make sense to bite someone. You could just make out with them. That would also, I guess, make that work. Or if it's venom injected from the fangs, which is not, just kind of a vial. It doesn't make sense for a vampire bite to be the thing that passes on. What makes more sense, it's a contract that you sign, a legal document. Yes, one more question in the back there.
Yes, I do have one more question. Do you ever bite each other for fun?
Yes, we do.
Oh, good.
Yeah, biting is like hugging, but with a winner. So it's great.
Lilith, are you
That's
wanting to
so-
become a vampire still?
That's so beautiful. I do.
Thank you.
Kiva, I have questions. And then Kiva's just like gonna like kind of pop out of the sheets over in the corner.
Yeah.
Listen. As long as the contracts don't directly contradict one another, let's see. Heard it being read out loud. Lady Anna Marie, you're listening, are you not?
Of course.
I imagine you, and then Kiva's just gonna like kind of snap in a contract, unfurls, like appears there wrapped up with this nice red ribbon, and then just like unfurls. Could you take a look at mine and see if there's any contradicting language between our two contracts?
Well, my services for contract editing and overview is a little bit out of your price range, but one of the scantily clad boys can do it.
That's fine. I don't really care who does it. And she'll take it. You. And she just like shoves it down into the sheets.
Yeah, it's just like goes down under, and thus, they just
And
disappear in the sheets as they
what
look
Kiva's
over.
contract is that Kiva is allowed access to Lilith's physical form to where they can switch in and out whenever they want to. With I mean, there has to be some agreement. Like there has to be a heads up. Like, yo, I would like to drive the train for a little bit. And things like that. So there is that. There's a long-term commitment in there, but I think it's more of a personal contract. It's more of a one-on-one contract and less of an overarching work contract.
Yeah. Right.
It's more of a soul contract and not an employer-employee contract.
So. All right. Cool. So, yeah, they're going to be looking over it, and for like this next scene, which so the hands and such grab one more individual who might have some qualms with this whole thing. You see a wrench kind of flop up from the satin sheets, and you can only imagine what's about to come out next. But for the sake of Spence, who will be here next time, we will end early so that they can enjoy this lovely scene. With that, we'll do one round of goodbyes and where they can find you at, starting with Almost Faye. Go ahead.
Hi, I am Almost Faye, or Faye if you're nasty. You can find me at Almost Faye on the 3 T's of the internet, Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter. And you can also find me over on... So you got my Twitch channel, and you have the Fae Realm, where I am the lead bean of a brand new TTRPG community that is based around LGBTQ plus 2IA folks, BIPOC, and people of marginalised gender to have a safe place to play games and hang out and do everything TTRPG. You can catch me GMing on Tuesdays? I don't remember my own days merged into one. Yeah, this is my issue. Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Institutionalized, which is a Monster of the Week game, which is Monster of the Week meets Criminal Minds meets apparently whatever chaotic and creepy shit comes into my brain that day. Yeah, come along, hang out. It's great fun.
Perfect. All right, Rocket Fox.
Yes, I am Rocket Fox. I'm hither, thither, every wither. And yeah, you can find me over on my channel on, as of right now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons. And also in a couple hours, actually, over on Sirenscape, doing a Cyberpunk Red game that is a weekly game in which I'm a little firecracker netrunner named Hades. So real excited about that one. We're going into our second week, and I'm about to choke on myself. And I also have another one that I'm going to be jumping into starting at the beginning of May, which I don't know that I can speak of yet, but I'm super excited about it, so I will be keeping everyone apprised on that soon. But it's going to be over on Cold Press, so I'm real excited about that. And also, starting at the beginning of the May, V-May. My second season of Fantastically Strange, my podcast, is going to be coming back. So super excited about that. If you are into weird science and history, it is a podcast for your ear holes. So check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much me.
Excellent. And Actia.
Hello, I'm Am. You can find me up here. And if you like what I do, you can find me on 2 other TTRPG podcasts. My first one, Deck of Many Aces, is an actual play 5e podcast with actual asexuals. I am the party tank. We have a lot of fun, and you can catch me actually running part 2 of The Witch is Dead whilst we do, whilst our GM takes a break. It was really fun, and there's lots of eye stealing. And my castmate Chloe is going to be on one of Faye's streams, which is very cool. She's awesome. The second thing I do is a Rendezvous with Destiny, my baby, at RWD_pod on Twitter and Instagram, where we play Onyx Path's Scion system. We've just started season 3, and if you like us and you like what we do, boy do I have news for you, because May 5th is our 1-year anniversary. We're going to be doing a live listen of the 3rd episode. I will be wearing my suit. So will our other 3 cast members. I'm baking a cake. We're going to be drinking champagne and talking about it. It's going to be a very fancy affair, and you're all invited. You can come find out how to do that by checking out the link tree on our social media accounts. There's a Discord server invite, and we're a bunch of lovely people, so we always want new people joining our Discord. And if you just want to mute it and use it to promote your own stuff, do that too. We love having more people in the server. Yeah, that's me.
All right, and excellent. For me, you can find me on all the socials, Penny for a Tale. We did enjoy this time that we had, and definitely thank you to Sam for hopping in. I know she really misses you guys, and certainly appreciated hanging out, and which eventually led to a whole sad storyline of the squirrels, which I'm sure will continue on for the next couple episodes. And so with that, of course, thank you to all the sponsors who made this whole thing possible. Thank you for the YouTube people watching, and specifically for our sponsors, Broken Dice Games with the Water Chronicles, which finished up yesterday. Christopher Gray with The Great American Witch. Black Void Games with Black Void. Nibiru for Arukana Media. And then, of course, Morra, done by Norwell Games, which is on the pre-launch page for Kickstarter. So if you're interested in kind of exploring these worlds in a cinematic way, like we have, go for it. Do it. Check it out. And without further gilding the lily, we will be off, and we will see you on some more magical adventures next week. Goodbye, everyone.
These are the tales we weave. Tales of magic. Tales of mystery. Tales exploring the beyond. And while we continue to grow, even more adventures await. In the depths of the unknown. Will you join us in the telling?